play a different match than the one against Marco Zanetti.
Yeah, I think he will not get away with such low average in this final.
Dick will have to return to his usual standard of play where he is over 2 average almost always, because he cannot keep on escaping. Oh, that's a great opener.
Good
What
first
a
shot.
love.
You have to concentrate on making every point, however, doesn't matter how difficult.
TRAN finding the gap.
And Jaspers finding a nice position.
Now, it's not just this tournament where Dick Jaspers wins matches that he really should have lost, or could have lost at least. It was also in Sharm el-Sheikh where he was in trouble a couple of times. Other guys playing really well against him, but in the end it was still Dick winning by small margins, winning with averages that are not really what he usually does. And at some
It
point
was an easy shot. I talked to him, he played it 4 rails and almost made it on 3. He was surprised, he said, how short it came. And now he's looking really good here in the beginning. He's so strong in the end of the matches, so he doesn't have to care too much about some mistakes. He knows he always gets some chances in the end. But I'm not sure about TRAN, because TRAN does not, he's not the type of guy who misses.
in this semi-final. Apart from the 10 in the first inning, too many mistakes, as Dick Jaspers always says. I made too many mistakes.
How about that for an up and down shot?
Every little bit of variation in speed and English and stroke will make a big difference.
Oh, that's unlucky. Another chance for a cross table shot.
I think it's a tough one, would you agree?
Didn't really get a good look at the angle. This should be okay. Doesn't need that very thin hit, so a little bit of left and should be okay.
That's just about perfect.
Took a very thin hit. He doesn't worry too much about that. He's an optimist. Playing against one of the most optimistic persons in the world, you said? Vietnamese. Yeah, maybe 6 cushions.
Yes, round the table with... I see a lot of English coming, so he's going round the table.
Yeah, this is a brilliant choice. Perfect. Confident and
doesn't make many mistakes.
Technically really strong. Good speed control. Oh, he thought he had missed it. Ooh.
He thought it was long.
Yeah, this is just 3/4 ball and full spin, cannot be missed. Make cushion and the red, go long, short and down to this corner closest to us. And with a little bit friendly touch on the red, everything becomes easy. That was not mini break between the matches.
Very high in the cue ball this. Round the table. And he's looking at that kiss and he has avoided it.
Well played. He needed a little thinner hit with a high English. Easy here too.
Jaspers not even considering a bank shot. He's going for this modern style.
Using reverse.
Wow.
Fantastic shot. This is
fantastic. Now all the English, and again lots of English.
Two ways of avoiding the kiss here, thin or more ball. Takes a little more ball and avoids the kiss. And again, hitting that central ball. Now this time he pushes it.
It's a reasonably big target. The red is a nice distance away from the rail to make it a little bigger. Real bank shot.
Yeah, this is, you know, out and in the same line. It's pretty easy.
Okay.
You shoot to the corner and you play back to your own hip or whatever. It feels good, straightforward.
Good.
And it's a shorter path.
That's true.
That is maybe the most important factor.
Now he's going for the long route. He has avoided the kiss, but is he long enough? Oh yeah.
Sure.
Oh yeah.
Dick was using some more speed to be sure that it's long enough. He has come to fight.
We have one rolled up shirt sleeve. This is an unusual sight.
I know it's a bad joke in these times, but it doesn't look like he's going to take any prisoners today. No, he mishit it. He felt it immediately. A little bit pity there because 38-34 for Myung-Woo Cho in the group. And Cho got a horrid approach.
If they are in that position, that exact position that TRAN had, I will always try to play short, long, short. Hit it from below, and then if I hit it a little bit too thick and I get it from the long rail, I'll just thank my lucky stars. Allowed to say that, but that's one of the shots I'm pretty good at. Hitting thin from distance and judging the line.
That's a fine advantage to have.
Now,
speedy 5 cushion. Yeah, he's not going to play it softly, but he misses
oh,
it.
He's short.
That's not good.
If that hits the short rail, he's missing it anyway. So
I think he mostly missed the point in the first cushion because he has such high speed on the shot that the cue ball is jumping out of the first cushion instead of jumping out of the second cushion. He wanted that to make it longer. I guess he played it on 3 or on 5, so that's why I'm saying all this. But yeah, we're not sure about that. Very thin. I'm not sure it's thin enough.
And I think the table is shortening up a bit when I compare what I see now to what I saw yesterday and the day before.
It's a big difference between shots that you play into the corner like this one those tend to be really long. But if you're not in the corner, they shorten up a little bit. So it's not all shots, just some shots that shortening a little bit, speed or with the spin. But sometimes you're just depending on what the table does to the ball. This is a very nice soft shot.
Another natural off the yellow.
Yellow will be dangerous. It will go short, long, and come back close to a kiss.
That'll do.
Will it be long enough? Missed the corner. He's hesitating.
What is he looking at? Short, long, long?
Yes, it's a sure point. Just throw it into the corner. I think it cannot be too short, so... Oh no, he's not even playing it.
He's going the long route, and
that's
he's
crazy,
made it.
but so good.
He's made it.
He tries it, but is it long enough? Yeah.
Yes, it is. A little shorter than it did yesterday.
It's also depending on the set of balls you get, because not all tables have been used all the time, so some balls are used more than others. See the difference? He's not talking to himself in this match.
He's a different guy, but he has amazing powers of recuperation. I remember a World Cup where he played an absolutely dreadful semi-final with 1 average, and then do the mental work and be a different guy an hour later. That's what he can do.
I remember a final in the European Championships. He also had a difficult semi-final there. Didn't play that well, so I thought I had great chances to win the final, but he won 3-0. He averaged 6.8 or something like that. I don't really remember. It was a
well, it was 5.8, but it was
very large number.
Unbelievable final in 2008 in Florence, the one you were talking against you in that 3-0 win.
I remember that match. I had 5 average after 2 sets, and I was trailing 2-0. That's not a reason to stop playing billiards, but it's kind of awkward.
He's the only one who lost with more than 4 average.
Even more than 4?
Yeah, 40-25 in 6 innings against Semi in La Bourre.
That's another match. So meanwhile, this is the normal Dick Jaspers?
Yeah, Dick is back to business.
Positive and confident.
You were the first player ever, Torbjörn, to lose with 3 average.
Raymond Keulemans starting to be...
The anecdotes where you come out on top, I reserve those for moments when you're not around.
That might be good for me too. 7 cushions? No, he goes for 5 directly, but this is
he has
nice.
to have it. Has to be long enough, because there was no as relaxed and focused at the same time as he was earlier. And Dick has found his second wind after that dramatic win over Marco Zanetti, 50 points to 49.
So all the people who were saying now Dick will win the tournament after he escaped in the group phases of the tournament by beating Myung-Woo Cho in the last round. Many
Marco Zanetti, one of those you can call a mistake by the Italian, and one you could call unlucky.
Yeah, the last one was unlucky.
The 3-5 rail was really unlucky. The
first one was not a mistake. It was a pretty difficult shot.
Maybe not the best decision by Marco.
Desperately unlucky that he misses it as a 2 cushion. If he misses it long, he gives a very safe position away. So
exactly.
Again, 6
and
cushion.
then we haven't even mentioned the Hang Jae Kim match, because it's not just Myung-Woo Cho and Zanetti's 2 match points. It's Hang Jae Kim's match point.
Totally, it was 3 pretty good Peter Keulemans in the round of the last 16. And after that, he never looked like a tournament winner. Only he just won his matches by 1 point. But now he's back in the driving seat.
And he's playing like JASPERS again.
Yeah, now the position seems to just... Good touch there on the red. The cue ball into that line as well. He combines those two things better than most.
Wow, I'm
full hit on the red, and it's a free point. Just anywhere more than half on the red is always a point. If you feel confident to hit that, it's a good shot. Perfect execution. Confident, very confident shot from Dick Jaspers. Not normally the way he would normally play that shot.
And the music to accompany all this is "I'm on the Top of the World," very fitting. This Carpenter's song.
Much more difficult than it looked.
Just makes the corner, just slides down. I think we have to make Mr. Jaspers a very heavy favorite now for his 26th World Cup win, because TRAN did not come out of the break with all cylinders firing. It's Jaspers who has recovered from his semi-final. It is TRAN who has suffered from it. The short break. Jaspers is truly the dominant player in this final. See how easy he is playing now. There's something carefree about him, something relaxed that was totally missing in his match with Zanetti. There's the run of 10 that Torbjörn said he always makes.
I'm sitting here between admiration and despair. What will we have to do to get rid of this guy in the tournament?
Yes. What do you have to do?
Winning situations for more than for 2-3 players: Cho, Zanetti, Hengjik Kim. They can't make the last point.
Finally, one slips by, so the run stays at 10. And am I going to eat my words? No.
I feel that if there would have been space, doesn't seem like he's using all the possible English, so it should be easy.
And it was. Korean billiard player in this tournament, and his name is Thai.
Really?
So what we now need next is a Thai billiard player named Kor.
That's what we need.
Okay. Back to the match.
Pretty good player, by the way, this young Thai from Vietnam. We will see him again in the possible World Cup tournament in Ho Chi Minh City in May. There are signals that it will take place.
And if it will, I'm going to be there with the rest of the Five&Six team. Looking forward to that. Oh, that's a mistake by...
Bad stroking. He felt it. Something happened there in the stroke. That's a run of 10, and then you're just 10 behind. So take it step by step. And by the way, when you have your run of 10, you can make the 11th as well. So,
or you can play good safety.
My friend Nilsson made a run of 20. And we had another match here with Eddie Merckx. He took his half match break at 39.
Needing one more.
Yeah. He played. He had a run of 21 from 18 to 39, and that was when he went to. Little tricky three cushion here. Has he missed
that
it?
Escaped him. That was not an easy short angle, but you would expect him to get it.
Yeah, the problem with the shot was he needs just a little draw, and his cue ball is a little close to the cushion. Couple of factors there making it maybe a little bit more difficult than it looks like.
Yes.
I would imagine a player like Martin Horn or Marco Zanetti, they would not miss that because they don't care about those little issues. And normally Jaspers makes those too. But not easy.
It's about those little adjustments you have to make when the line is not a natural. Like you said, it's just a little bit off. You have to do something to the ball, little draw, little follow. And that makes everything...
At least for me.
Now, given the way the tournament has gone, I would surely hope that TRAN can make some points. He really should have made that one.
In and out, so we have 15-14. You want to bet on coffee? He didn't play it well. He's looking determined. Oh,
That's good.
made that look easy again.
That's how he used to play Borgline when he was a kid, when he was 18, 19 years old.
I never saw that.
I played against him many, many times in 47 too. And like you said, now it's my position, and then came 100 normal points.
Here, this shot, his favorite, but awkward cueing, has to stretch over the red. He might have missed this one.
I think it's a little bit heavy, just a touch too much ball.
But wonderful speed.
But Torbjörn Blomdahl owes me a cup of coffee. That's the good. These guys can run many, many points. The point is, I don't think TRAN really believes
Let go and give up and just play a little, and maybe you make some points, and then you can start.
But you know, the way he played that last shot into the kiss, that told me that in his
to
mind,
support TRAN.
Okay.
To give him a little push.
Little boost. Come on.
Good shot. Red ball is going nicely. We'll leave the cushion. Open up.
And maybe his arm is more loose than it was during the match.
Good touch on the red. Has no way off the red, so he has to play this little awkward shot. Still very possible.
Played it
Nice.
well. Right side of the yellow. He
Takes
doesn't
out
like
the kiss by hitting thin.
what
That's
is
a
that?
miscue. His Q-tip mushrooming a lot. Well played. Red. So another brilliant tournament win from Dick Jaspers.
One of the most bizarre tournament wins of his career.
But it's not a surprise that he wins a tournament like that, being in trouble so many times.
I don't think any...
Three cushion is there for the taking. He decides it has a kiss, and he takes the second option, which is also a nice one.
because the points for Blankenberg 2019 will be deducted, and he was a finalist in that tournament. He lost to Javier Palazon.
Palazon, yeah. Me too.
But yes, you were a semi-finalist there.
Yeah, so I lost a lot of points too.
But Horn loses 50. 3 more for the man from Sint Willebroed.
Playing this with full spin or just dead ball? No, dead ball, yes, of course. Should be easier than full spin. Too close to the corner. Full spin. Cannot be missed.
Two playing for 1. This is
and focused and much different from the previous matches.
Totally different player.
And a strong player like TRAN, he sees that too. And that might have been the last drop to, because his stress with the short time between the matches was already hurting him. So match point. Little 3 cushion. He was just waiting for the timeout sound. And there it is. 19 innings,